and we're live because it's a good vibe right now. You know what? We're just gonna keep the fucking Persona music on. I'm cool with it.
Do it.
It's a good time. Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to Total Party Chaos. My name is Billy, and I'm joined by all these fantastic people. I'm gonna let them introduce themselves.
Hello, yes, my name is On, also known as Anduin, and yes, I am back to Blonde, so it is the same person, I promise. I am the creator of the TTRPG Print Award-nominated channel, Roll D5, where we specialize in playing indie TTRPGs with special guests. And I am here tonight, as per usual, playing Foxma.
Woo! I am Haley, and I don't have JC here to hand over to me, and it feels sad. That's okay. We miss you. We're thinking of you. And anyway, I play Ash Smoke Spy, the Fire Genasi. And this is a brother.
That's fair. Hello, everyone. I'm Natalie. I play Doll. We have a good time. Okay. So this episode, we're going to be kicking off into fun stuff. So you all came at a great time. And this is my torch that I'm going to pass back to Billy. You're on, Billy.
Honestly, man, it's a good torch to pass. It's vibing right now. Other than that, we have a really good episode tonight. Really excited for what's coming next. We're going to do really quickly, go into some really cool sponsors, and then kind of jump in pretty quick, because I honestly, I want to use every minute that we have tonight. So, please go check out Into the AM. Fantastic clothing company. You use Tails, you're going to save 10% off those fantastic threads and get some really cool graphic tees. Maybe a cool little guy with an astronaut on it. They got some really cool stuff. Honestly, they probably speak better than I do. I go check out their cool stuff. It's great. Besides that vibe, I'm going to say vibe like 100 times today, because it is a flow.
It's the vibe of the day.
It is the vibe of the day, man. I'm with it. Besides that, stay tuned. We actually have some really, really cool announcements. I am very excited to announce 2 projects that are coming in, say, about 2 months. And we have some really cool people on board that are going to announce these awesome projects. I'm not going to want conversation. But, before all that, would anybody like to give a quick recap of last episode? If you'd like. If you forgot, that's okay. I can pipe too.
Ooh. This will be part of the recap that I'm gonna let Natalie do, because Natalie's really good at the recap. But no, sorry, here, let me start my thought over, because I got really excited and so many things happened. When you go over your stuff, we should talk and see if we came up with the language that the dead use. That the zombies use.
Yes. So, and I posted about this, and I got some really interesting responses from people.
Anyways.
Across the D&D verse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did not. Anyways, go ahead.
So great. All right. So what did you miss last time? Well, you all missed a whole bunch of stuff, and honestly, you should feel really bad that you missed it. So go back and watch last episode if you'd like to keep up with us here. But since you're here now, we'll just give you like a little skinny on what happened last time. So to jog all of your memories, we did get to Tarson Vale. Ash was amazing and dimension doored myself and herself inside the barrier, because there's like this big barrier over Tarson. And so as soon as we got in there was like a bunch of like robots that came as like a security protocol. And amongst those robots, like the crowd split in came in more people that looked like Jolterion, but like they were like not Jolterion, right? They were just like his people. And they were like, what are you doing here? Like, what are you here for? Why did you come in? Fun fact, we're under a lockdown. You can't be here. And so Doll did her best to become friends with like the head lady who was kind of like orchestrating all of this. She was probably like head of the guard or whatever. Her name was Aurea. She was a technomancer for the city. And she was like, okay, y'all have 2 options on getting out of this. Number 1, you can do a little something for me. or you can pay me. It was a bribe or like a hunting someone down. She was like, you can pay me or give me cool stuff, or you can do this personal favor for me and hunt down a tabaxi named line moth. Ooh, sound familiar? Fox moth's the old bow. I feel like words are hard today. Anyways, this was a big shock to all of us. Spoiler alert! I'm saying that after the fact. So now we're kind of like, okay, we're gonna go find this person. So we packed up our bags and started on the road again. It was really cool because Aurea gave us a map of like places we should avoid, places that line moth had last been seen. So we were kind of following that map and came across this cool abandoned town near one of like the celestial lakes. We were going through some stuff. We didn't really find anything interesting except for one little footprint. Okay, weird. It wasn't an animal. It was like a humanoid footprint. And a little bit of blood on the side of a shelf in an abandoned house. And so we were like, that's weird, but we're not super invested. So as we're going out towards the beach lake thing, we see this golden rod, this golden staff that's been plunged into the sand, and we're like, dope, we're gonna go check that out. And so all of us made our way over to there, and lo and behold, it was like a sand pit, sucked all of us in, aside from Ash, who is still back at the caravan. Dante came with us, and now we're deep down in this hole, and other spoiler alert, and like bodily grossness phobia alert, there were all these bodies hanging up inside this big cavern, and they were all like people like Jolterian, and we're like, what? That's crazy. And then also down there was little Chrissy, who was injured, and now we're in combat. So, now you're all caught up.
I forgot that we were in combat. Yeah. And now I'm mad.
Yeah, we're in combat.
Okay, so do you want to tell us the collective thoughts from you posting about the language? I'm not letting this go. I want everybody's thoughts because they were really good.
Billy, if we can steal some more of your time as part of the show.
This is very important, I promise.
No, I'm with you guys. Let me change to some like really kick-ass music that's like way cooler than this.
This wasn't cool music?
Hey, it was, but like, I don't know. Listen, jazz just doesn't fucking get the blood flowing for languages. Language fucking person, man.
Yeah.
Ugh, words.
It's like we're talking about like ancient archaeology and shit, and it's like smooth jazz. Are you in a coffee shop at 12 at night?
You and your Phantom Thieves just aren't there for it, man.
Sponsored by Coffee Talk, one of the best games to play on the Switch.
Totally sponsored for sure.
I didn't know that. Coffee Talks, sponsor us. We just gave you a plug. Come on, we'll give you more plugs. Please sponsor us. We're always looking for something.
It's a good pitch. Check out episode 20. Go on.
Yeah! Episode 20. Bookmark that shit. Awesome. Okay, so, last episode 2, I was like, wouldn't it be cool if I brought back one of the dead bodies that we found, as just like, reanimate dead kind of a thing. And we're like, he can go in and explore these abandoned places for us so we don't get in harm's way. And so, with that in mind, we were kind of like, do undead have a language? And part of like, so I posted this on TikTok and I got some really interesting responses. Because I think a lot of people think that because of like, they might have like rotting vocal cords, or, you know, because the soul's not back in the body, they don't really have recollection of language or whatever. Whatever the case may be, I was like, that's BS. There's gotta be a cool answer for this. Do the undead have a language? And so I got some cool responses. I should have tallied them up in like an Excel sheet. I don't have time to do that. But it would have been cool if I did. Maybe I will now. Some people said... So some people gave like the basic answers of just like the zombie drawl, or like bones clicking together if they're at like the skeletal stage. Some people were like, maybe they have their own language that like nobody knows. That was one. I had a friend say in Pathfinder they have their own language called Necril, which is interesting. A lot of other people said it's the language they knew during life, or it's abyssal. So we have some pretty interesting answers there. What do you think? Let us know in the chat or in comments, or however you would prefer to let us know. So, yeah. So Billy, we'll let you kind of determine if you want the undead to have a language. I mean, this is your game. So.
We'll even one step it, man. Patreon needs a poll for this month. We'll fucking Patreon poll of the month, man. Decide what canon language is for the undead, and we'll write it in there. We got you. Somebody tell Matt, because I'll never remember that.
I'll do that.
Thank you.
Thanks,
All right.
Haley.
Clipping right there, but I'm excited to see what comes up. All right. With all that out of the, honestly,
Thanks for allowing us to do that. It felt very important.
I like a chill opening, man. Honestly, that was a fucking good vibe. All right. Well, with all that out of the way, ready your smut books, protect your ecosystems. It's time for another episode. Total party chaos, mother fluffin' transition. Cake.
Mother.
Chaos!
And so that's what she said.
That seems like a really embarrassing circumstance that she
Yeah.
would have said that in. So, like,
It
I
was
don't know.
really
I
awkward.
don't know if
Disgraceful.
I could catch the vibe with that.
Yeah. Oh shit, we're live.
I'd leave
Honestly.
it. Yep. All right.
Weird.
And that's your favorite celebrity. Cool. So, moving into it. For tonight, let's jump back into what we left off at. Let me get some actual... We'll get some somber concern.
Oh great, my mood's gonna go down real fast.
All right. Picking back up off is
Okay, here we go.
Ash. We're gonna cut over somewhere else this time before we cut back to everybody down in the pit. We're gonna detail what you've done in the last couple hours, but we'll summarize it. Let's, if you don't mind, to describe to me what your apartment normally looks like. Let's kick that back into some.
Yes. My little apartment is like, it's just like a bedroom studio sort of dealio. There's no kitchen or anything like that. It's literally just like a lounge. With like a writing desk in one corner with bookshelves that line the, like to the ceiling. But the ceiling itself looks like a faceted gem. And it's actually like, obviously the roof is the outside of the gem. So you can see the facets of the roof that go up there. Plus there's like curtains that line the walls from the ceiling and just cushions kind of everywhere. There's plenty of room for people. Yeah, she just kind of spends a lot of her time down there. She's got all of her bags and things in one corner. But she's got like a chest of drawers and stuff that's mostly put away. But yeah.
As you pop back in, the scene isn't nearly as how you left it. You notice around, like, there's bottles kind of, like, strewn about, all empty, liquor bottles. And some of them broken, some of them just kind of half empty, poured out onto the ground. You notice a lack of presence in the apartment at the moment. It seems to be either empty or somebody is not visible. That you'd be used to, at least.
Is this something I've ever come back to before?
Not empty. I wouldn't say empty.
Alright. I just start picking up bottles and such, because I like a nice, neat, tidy room. And while doing so, I'm just keeping an eye out for anything, any movement, any person, as I tidy.
As you tidy, you hear like
What was that? Excuse me. I don't know. Can I tell where the sound came from?
it sounds like it sounds like it's kind of bouncing off the walls. It's like almost hitting back and forth. Like you can't like pin it yet, and then you do hear like another, and then you see, for just a moment, you see Matriarch Smokespite kind of fading in and out of existence. Like she's just like, you see her like form is just like not as hollow as you normally would see her. There's a lot more smoke kind of surrounding her that's like coming almost off that like ember hair as it kind of rains
Did you say
down.
it was like a smoke spike?
I would say it's like a smoke spike. I absolutely. Oh, I'm here for the day.
I find a bottle that is like still got some liquor in it, and I take like a big swig for myself, and I go and sit on the ground next to my mother.
She it's a quiet moment. She doesn't like super notice you yet. She's kind of just then she kind of just like stumbles right next to like where you're sitting. This is the first time you've seen your mom like this disheveled. Like she's usually like pretty well put together.
Yeah.
She honestly hasn't even noticed you yet. Like she's just been pretty focused on just kind
Is she on the ground, or is she walking around, or what is she?
She just like kind of plops down next to you, like almost like a stupor, where she kind of like somebody that's had a few drinks would just fall down and sit.
Yeah. I like grab her face gently of it and like have her like look at me, and I like look at her in the eyes, but I don't say anything because right now Ash is confused more than anything.
She just kind of looks at you for a second and goes, "Let go of my goddamn fan." And she kind of like bats away. She goes, "When did you get? I didn't even see you enter." What? And she kind of like focuses it on you for a second.
I've been here a moment. Long enough. What? You made a mess?
I mean, I found it like this, to be completely honest with you, is what I would tell you. Normally.
I bet. You're as drunk as a skunk. Look at you.
No. And she kind of like hiccups again, and you see like part of her hand like seems to kind of phase in and out for a second. And she goes, "Well, I mean, might as well waste my time, well, before whatever this is." And she sees it like going a little bit further, and then it like materializes again.
What is going on?
Beats
You
me.
playing tricks on me?
Not a trick, not anything. I couldn't. I don't even know. It started just the other day, and I don't know.
Can I look her over and see if she's got any bad juju?
You can.
A vibe check? Can I do a medicine check or an arcana check, please? Vibe check, please.
A vibe check, absolutely. Roll for vibe. Roll me an arcana check.
Arcana plus 4, 14.
It seems like whatever connection is keeping her here seems to be like not as strong as it once was. You kind of see it as like maybe if she was an illusion, the illusion is like wearing, but like also return. Like there's enough power to like have it return, but it is kind of like going back and forth.
How long have you been here for?
How long have I been here for? How long have you been here for? That's.
You know it drains you to be here.
What?
What's happening at home? Why are you here? You just need a drink that bad?
no. I need... She just, like, lets out a long sigh, and she just looks at you and says, I need progress. I need to know where you and your brother are at in this now, because...
I've taken
Time-
no steps forward. Zilch. Zero.
Well, then I need you to
We
pick
just
up...
got to Tarson Vale.
Have you had a moment to look in the city? Have you had anything?
This is my moment. I'm about to take it.
Ash, I'm gonna be real with you for a second. There's things going on at home, but also things going on with myself. And I don't really think, honey, I think I know what it is, if that makes sense. I don't feel right.
Do I need to go home?
I don't know. But I need... The only people that I would feel right taking my spot, if anything were to happen, and your mother, let me be very clear for a second, nothing too crazy happens to your mother on her watch, but...
You're being very dramatic.
You're being dramatic. Anyway, all I'm saying is, I don't feel okay. And I am not desperate by any means. I don't look like one of those glacial exchange beggars sitting outside trying to get a penny for whatever gross invention they're trying to peddle off as a whatever. I need you to get with your brother and make some kind of progress whenever... I know you're not in the city yet, and I'm not trying to push you, but every moment that my presence weakens, Cosmo Terra is going to see that as an opportunity. And I can't let that happen.
I'll get it sorted. Don't worry. I'm gonna find out what's going on, and if I need to, I'll go check on you. At home. The real you know.
How come, I got some news.
Mm.
I just want to know how you and your brother let the Glacial Exchange get into Tarson Vale before you guys got in there.
I don't know how they got in there before we did, but yeah. That's news to me.
It's news to me too. And every minute that they're spending in there is every minute that those god-awful business people, if that's what you want to call them.
We're getting in their good graces. We are doing a favor for them. We'll get it sorted. Don't worry. Stop acting so desperate. You look weak right now. And I stand up. And I hold out my hand to have her stand up as well. Like I'm to gesture to help her up.
She takes it, but she is like her fucking hair just...
Yeah.
Let me
better.
fucking tell... Yeah,
That's
no.
better.
Don't let...
That's
That's better me. I'll tell you goddamn right now that... And she just, storms over to, one of the curtains and just, pull... looks like she wants to pull on it. She goes, it's not like it's gonna matter. It's just gonna go right back up after I fucking pull it down. I'm not weak, is what I'm telling you.
It's nice to see you again. Stay strong. Alright?
Fine.
Okay?
I'm fine.
Yeah.
I need something. The last thing I'm going to say to you is, when you're in Tarson Vale, I need you to, if there is anything that will help me do anything, help me be where I need to be, and help me connect. Ash, I trust your brother, but I need you to promise me that you will not let anything get in your way if you get in Tarsavale and you have the chance to take it. It could mean the Smokespite Empire.
I know. And don't worry. I'll do it. And you know why.
Yeah.
But it ain't for you.
Sweet, I don't care if it's for me or it's for whatever you write in your little books whenever you're talking to your friends. All I'm telling you is, get it. Hear me?
You can go now.
I'll go when I want to go. I'm gonna go now. As she makes her way and kind of just like walks through the curtains as she just fades.
I fucking hate her so much. Oh, alright, it's fine. It's fine. I have like a tantrum, and like if you're standing, if you like put your like your ear to Dante's hand, you can hear like high pitched just squeaking, like yeah. And I sit down with my research notes and I think about the other information that I have.
Okay.
Think about all the bits and pieces. Actually, I can say it out loud because I mean, you guys won't metagame, but I think about the object that Foxmoth is carrying as I flick back to my pages.
Oh, wait. Oh, was it the sending stone?
Nope.
You're thinking of? What am
That's
I
it.
carrying?
Is it?
Oh boy.
We'll find out from 2 episodes ago pretty soon. Alright. Was there anything else that you wanted to do in there?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm worried.
Oh, I can pop out whenever because I can hear what's happening on the outside. So let me know if you need me in battle.
I'm pretty sure your brother's unconscious, so.
Oh no. Someone let me know and then I'll come visit. But otherwise, I'm just chilling.
Alright. We're gonna go back to everybody else for a moment. As you guys are, I will say one thing. You guys you weren't in combat, but you guys were, Doll, you had a piercing headache 2 seconds before after you rolled an Arcana check.
Yeah.
On the door. And
That's
there were bodies all over. Nothing has come out yet, but there is 2 golden, like, almost like these, like, golden scuffed doors kind of on, like, a tilt almost. Like, the door is, like, not fully, fucking perpendicular? Parallel? I don't know. It's
Sure.
not
They've kind of been like knocked off their hinges
Yeah.
a little bit. Yeah.
The doors
Okay.
still seem shut, though. Like, they seem sealed shut at the moment.
Oh.
That piercing...
Anything else?
You had that moment of that piercing headache after you did an Arcana check, and you rolled really well on it. The only thing that I am gonna say, as you tried to make out, like, text on the door. You tried to make out, like, whatever was on the front.
Yeah.
After, like, a moment of, like, concentrating, and, like, you feel like your mind's almost, like, constricting. Like, it hurts to, like, focus on this. You get, like, one letter, then just a T. You get another letter that's, like, and you don't recognize that, like, this text is just foreign to you. Like, you don't even know how you're, like, perceiving it right now, but you get a T, you get an R, and you get an A. And that's all you get out of it. And you can't, like, place them. It's just, like, every time you read it, it's just, like, another thing is just hitting you. The group of you are standing around. You see Doll is, like, kind of... You're scrunched face, for sure. Like, this is pretty intense. I I'd say the rest of you are standing around Chrissy, who's just laying on the ground with a wound in her chest. That's where we left
And
off.
Dante as well is down, did she say?
Dante is down. You can hear things going on right now, for sure.
Enough of a ruckus.
You heard a plot, for sure you heard a, and then everybody kind of standing up and saying, what happened? And then you heard, doing okay over here.
Oh, hello, Chrissy.
Hey. She tries to say more words and she is just like,
Can I
holding.
break away from doing what I'm doing and go heal her?
If you want, absolutely. I will say it's very dark in this room that you guys are in, but you can see the corpses. And trigger warning for everybody home. There are a lot of... a race of elf, a mechanical elf, all spread around, just like Joltarian.
Okay. Alright.
Should probably put that
Sorry, I'm
as
trying to find all my...
a pinned comment in the Twitch chat in case anybody pops in. You can see that right away.
Yep. Here, I got you.
I went into tech mode for a second there.
She gets back 23 hit point.
She immediately... We'll do this after about 10. That's fine. You see as, like, she kind of does, like, get a little bit of a... Hey, thanks, doll. I really appreciate it.
Chrissy, what even are you doing down here? Oh my gosh. How did you get hurt? Girl.
I, unfortunately can't say a lot. Because it's kind of taking the breath out of me. But I was looking around. I was trying to follow the legend that I a little bit. And, after a little while, I ran into, and she points to all of the bodies around. She goes, not them specifically, but a group of just like them. They seem agitated and angry. They were looking and arguing about something. And then, a beast ended up coming out and just attacking them from not far. It got some of us, well, some of them, I'm sorry, I wasn't with them. It's a lot's kind of blending here. And then from there was this guy, this is the best way I'm going to describe him, some dark-furred person that just started fighting him off. He got a lot of, he held his own, but he put a lot of little jabs into a lot of these people. Probably up there somewhere, down here. They're everywhere.
Can Fox hear this, like, within earshot?
Yeah, you guys are all around her right now.
So, and Fox was just laying there, just, like, on her back, just kind of, like, accepting having fallen. And she just, like, slowly gets up like a zombie. So, Chrissy, in as little words as possible, can you explain the look and or demeanor of this said furry person?
I would tell you everything I know. All I know about him is, he had dark black fur. Seemed to be, God, it was such a blur. I'm trying to...
Do you remember color of eyes?
Unfortunately, he was moving way too fast for me. He just ended up... I can tell you where he went.
Yes, that'd be great.
She holds with a bloodied... She's still injured. This is still, like, a rough time. There... I assume, unless there's another entrance down here, he he went a little bit ahead and got pulled down into here. He got in a scuffle with one of them, and it looked like he got injured. Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Well, looks like that's where we need to go.
So he's down here too. This mysterious dark furred figure.
I mean, unless he's one of them, and she points to all, like, the bodies around. She goes, unless they're one of them. I've been in this room for at least a couple hours now, and I haven't seen anything in or out.
Hours. Okay. I think you might need to learn some healing spells.
Well, I'd love to learn, and maybe one day you all will take me under your wing as a fellow. She spits up like a little bit of blood, and she's like, adventurer. All right, well.
I'll just be like, oh, bless you, and like, I'll give her another cure wounds first level.
I don't like blood on me. That's not,
7 more hit
what
points.
I've caused.
Can I double check? Did we long rest before all of this?
I believe you guys did.
Last time.
I think that's what we counted in the journey down here.
Yeah, I think there was at least a long rest between the last fight you guys had and where you guys got to.
Yes.
Yeah,
So,
cool. Because I wasn't here last one we were live, so I just was like, oh, I'll rest that one.
you guys leveled too. I don't know if hopefully you're level 10.
What level
you all
are
should
we?
be 10.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh,
I am
how
level
awkward.
10,
I'm level
which-
15.
Oh, awesome. Hey.
Oh.
Skill check's going to be great. I'm
Man.
stoked.
Yeah, I am.
Um,
So you fell down here. I'm so confused. Where's the beast that you were just saying?
I mean, I seen him. He was taking on a lot of those people up there, and well, he took a lot of them out, fought a lot of them, and then.
Wait. The beast is the dark-haired figure.
No, I'm
dark
I'm
third.
so sorry. The blood is really curdling in my mouth, so I keep saying a lot of wild stuff. The beast there's a monster, big old scary one up there, and then she points to like the hole that closed in the sand that you guys fell through. She goes, "Well, okay, kind of up there."
Oh no, that's just Dante. We don't call him a monster though.
Is he with us? Oh, golly,
No,
gee.
he's knocked
He's-
out.
He's right here, and I'll point to his unconscious body.
God, he's even cute when he sleeps. All right.
Oh.
Brother, brother. Anyways.
Oh, sorry, I was talking. Usually I don't forget that part. And then ahead is where the dark furred friend with the little knife, with the little shiv, whatever he's got. He's really putting it to him. He ran. He dove into this crevice, and there's only one way that I assume he could go, unless there's another door down in this pit. My side still hurts.
I assume you're not well enough to fight.
I mean, probably. Are you gonna be impressed? No, I can't even do that to you guys. Yeah, no, I'm pretty banged up right now.
Would a short rest help?
And you know what? It could. It absolutely could.
Could it? Because, wait, okay, Ash is gonna send a message out to Fox and is like, everything alright? I haven't heard back from Dante.
Very simply. Oh, yeah, he's out cold. We fell.
There's like a big red smoke cloud appears from Dante's hand, and Ash appears like the genie.
Hi.
Dream of genie. Hi. Okay. Well, it looks like everyone could use a rest. Is that right?
Yeah. Where'd you? Can I ask you where you came from? That's curiosity. Ow.
Yeah, of course. I came from my house, my apartment.
That
I
seems-
thought you actually well, looking around, it definitely looks like all of you could use a rest.
Yes, and then we are in a bit of a hurry. I looked down at my watch, like.
Do you think we have
actually in a
10? Do we have 10 minutes?
hurry. Okay, we can spare 10 minutes.
All right, cause I got something cool I just learned. I want to show y'all.
Show me.
Perfect. All right, excellent. So then I take the ring off of Dante's finger, and I find like a crevice in the in the cave that we're in that's like hidden enough, and I just place it up there, like up high out of Ida's view. And I then go, all right, hold your breath, and I cast Sanctuary Vessel, and I put all of us inside of the ring. And now if we spend 10 minutes in there, we all benefit from a short rest.
Can you describe for me the type of sensation it feels like for somebody for the first time being...
Yeah, so imagine like what gaseous form would feel like. That's what it feels like. Like you turn into, you feel like your body feels like lighter than ever, and then out of nowhere your senses are 360, like blind sight. And then out of nowhere it's just like this beautiful red and purple velvet is just like everywhere. Like red, purple, orange, like just everywhere. Everywhere that you can see, and there's just lounge cushions and curtains and everything, and then now you're in my apartment. Welcome.
Fox immediately throws up.
Yeah, it's like that the first time, but you'll get used to it.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. It like cleans up itself.
There's some fur balls in there.
Yuck.
Oh. Okay.
Ash, this is like the fanciest place I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, this is like so upper class. Like,
Thank you.
oh my gosh. This is beautiful.
Thanks.
Well done decorating, too. I'm like loving the vibe.
Thank you. I
Bye.
remodeled it after my home at home, Cosmoterra.
Very cool. Did you have like a room like this or like an apartment like this?
Yeah, a
Cosmoterra?
room like this.
I love it. I love it. It's gorgeous. Ugh. Thank
Perfect.
you
If
for
we
bringing
spend,
us
yeah,
here.
10
Oh, what an honor.
If we spend 10 minutes in here, everyone should get a short rest, including Dante here.
Dope.
Poor fella.
Just completely.
And you usually can't leave people in here, but maybe we can just say we leave Dante in.
I was gonna say, if anybody could stay, it'd probably be your brother.
Yeah.
You know what,
If that's okay with you, ruling it that way.
Absolutely.
That way we don't have to drag his body with us.
I'm with it.
Fox wouldn't help.
That's a lot of fun.
Well, we spend 10 minutes here, and you can have a look through the entirety of the huge library that there is.
Ash?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I mean, I shouldn't have expected anything less. Like, you have so many books. Have you read all of these?
Most of them, yes. I took them all from home, but no one else was using them.
Ugh. Can you imagine? This place is so cool. I love it. I'm gonna just like take time exploring like the little details and whatever kind of accoutrements Ash has like put in here.
Fox is gonna enjoy the textures everywhere and just kind of like feeling them and just like when cats like rub up on a texture that they really like. That's kind of what she's doing, but like trying to be like super subtle about it.
Beautiful. Yeah, after 10 minutes, everyone is ejected. I think we can stay in there longer. I think it's just 10 minutes equals a short rest.
Very cool.
Fox successfully does not throw up on the way back out.
If you guys are all set in there, you guys,
Yes.
after the 10 minutes, you guys all pop out. Chrissy also kind of just pops out with you guys and just kind of like sits and lets you guys. She just is watching you guys and letting you guys take the lead right now. She's just kind of still holding like herself, as she did get injured earlier.
That should be fine. Fox is gonna lead
So
the
we
way.
are in a giant sphincter right now. How do we get out?
Do you
That's
want?
a-
Look,
Choice of words.
I'm not quite strong enough, I don't think, to lift any of you. Maybe I could try. Probably not.
Isn't the entrance like super high up?
I can fly.
That's a door.
Entrance
You
is
know,
high
with-
up.
You
So
have
friend
seen
went-
me fly before.
Right. Duh. Of course. You can fly. Obviously. I knew that. Right.
Yes.
You don't think you could carry Chrissy here? Chrissy?
I could probably lift Chrissy. Are they
Oh, no.
small? Are they small?
We should we should keep to help us fight.
Chrissy is small. I will also say that the ceiling has closed up after you guys went through.
Oh no, the butthole
What?
is closed.
The sphincter
It
has. It is shut at the top.
Uh-oh. Alright, only one way forward.
I tried to look at these doors, but I don't know what it is about them. I just feel yucky. Like, looking at them, and I'm like, I don't really understand what's written on them, so I don't really know where they go, but I'm not really seeing anywhere else.
We
out
follow the monster.
that we can get out.
Yeah, is there crevice? The crevasse?
Interestingly enough, the monster didn't come down with you guys. The monster's still above. The black-furred beast, whoever, like, was being chased and kind of dove into the sphincter, is what I'm just gonna call it at this point, ended up going down into the pit, and, like, that's the last thing that, at least Chrissy seen, was that person diving into the pit, and then Chrissy, once she regained herself, ran and dove into the pit as well. And she just assumptively is saying that he probably went through that door because everything around is like a circle of like tall purple sand going straight up.
Alright, well I guess we gotta look at this door.
Yeah.
It hurt you to look at it? You said it made you feel icky?
Yeah,
Like
I just
magic
like
icky?
Probably, honestly. I don't, unless there's like some kind of psionic beast in there or something. Like, I don't really know, like, why I would feel that way all of a sudden, like, looking at these doors. I mean, if we need to, like, I think I can dispel it. Maybe that
Yeah.
would help.
I
I can dispel it.
I
Yeah, we
also
need to
could,
go.
yeah, I could help as well if you need an extra slot, you know?
Cool.
Yeah.
Do any of you want to try the door handles? I assume they're handles. Are there door
There
Wanna
are,
try the handle?
there are two large handles.
Try the handle. Is it a twisty or a push downy?
It seems like it's more
Little
of just.
push door.
It seems, yeah, it's basically
push-pull.
push-pull. Like, it looks like two
Oh yeah,
push-pulls.
just like the bars.
Yeah, yeah.
I've seen plenty of TikToks of GMs that are like, I gave my party a door and it took 20 minutes and
Listen.
nothing was up with the door.
Hey, it's an icky door. We know it's an icky door.
Yep.
Icky door.
I seen
So
the
we
door.
know
Sure.
something is
I'm gonna
amiss.
try pulling the bars of the door.
Is you. It seems like it's like whatever it is, it's just locked. Like it's not like coming undone.
Is there a gap in the middle?
There's like a small gap. It's like very slight, but like you can kind of see through as like you pull it a little bit.
Well. Is it... Do you think it's barred on the inside? I could probably get in there, but can I see anything? I want to, like move my head around and see if there's anything. I don't want to go in there on my own. Does anyone else have a way of getting in? Because I have a way, but I'm nervous.
I could use I could become like a being of mist, like gaseous form. I could become like a bunch of like swamp mist and like go through like the slit of the door, or we could try like getting rid of like the magic like in front of it, you know? So we could try either of those.
Let's try get rid of the magic first, and then maybe the mist after, and then if that...
Sure.
We'll figure it out. And if you need my help, I can get over there. It'll just cost me, that's all.
If this doesn't
Awesome.
work, I'm gonna
Yeah.
be really
No.
missed off.
You're fine.
Oh,
Where's the fucking? I'm writing this time down. I'm clipping that. We're coming back to that. That's yeah.
Oh no.
So I do one of these, and I cast Dispel Magic.
Slut.
Okay.
Slot era.
Give me 1 second. While I look at. There's so many. God, it's disgusting with computers on this side. Okay, I just need to check one thing very quickly. I need you to. I need you to make a. It's not instant on this one. I need you to make an ability check. Yeah, I just need an ability check. For. Yeah.
Which one? Which ability?
I know, that's.
Flat? Yeah, which.
Yeah, hang on, let me see. Use it.
Alright, everyone, make an ability check. Not gonna tell you which one, just make one.
I love.
Roll the dice and I'll decide at the end.
It's gonna
Add up
be really
all of your
low
modifiers.
DC.
Your
And
spellcasting ability. Listen, with all this calculus.
Oh yeah. Roll the dice and add your spellcasting modifier.
Because of reading, man. Oof. It's rough over here.
6.
What? No. What's your spellcasting modifier?
4.
What? Okay. Oh no.
I rolled a 2.
Oh no.
Oh.
You
Oh, it's gonna be one of those.
fucking yeet and door just stays shut.
Oh, damn.
You bend and snap.
I thought that would work.
Do we
Like,
know
that
it
always
failed?
works.
You just like, are you still like peeking open, or did you back up and let go of the door?
Nah, I mean I probably am peeking still. Do I
Nothing.
feel icky?
It's still there. Like, can't open.
Do I feel icky being this close?
No, you actually feel really like weirdly good. Like, it's not like it doesn't.
I can't wait to get inside this room. That feels weird. Wait.
Oh my gosh.
Suspicious.
Huh.
Huh.
Who'd have thought?
What if, what happened?
That seems like a
Alright.
really good idea.
Yeah,
Getting in these
I mean,
doors.
yes,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go in. No, okay, so, I mean, I can... What do you want to do? How many spell slots have you got left?
I have quite a, like, from that short rest, I have all of them back, aside from the cure wounds that I used on Percy.
Wonderful.
Okay,
Well,
yeah,
I'll keep
I have a
an
bunch.
eye on you,
So-
and you go in there. Good luck!
Yeah? Okay,
Do
wait.
it.
Do you also have, can you also get rid of, like, whatever's
can't-
on this door?
I can... Yes, I can try, but it means that I don't
Okay.
have anything else.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
that'll do
I
it.
only have, I only have 2 big goes every short rest.
Gotcha.
Does that make sense?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm only a little baby.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with being a little baby. You have a cool apartment, so it's like a
just
write
my
off.
big, just my big spells. I've got lots and lots of little spells.
Oh, that's awesome. Maybe use them on Chrissy and see what happens to her. I didn't say that out loud. I am gonna cast
Yeah.
gaseous form and try to
cantrip.
squeeze my way through the slit in the door.
8 cantrips I have.
8?
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's so dope. I think I only have like 4.
Oh.
Yeah, Warlock man.
You go to go through the door with gaseous form. And as like you come through, like you kind of like really compress yourself to go through. As soon as gaseous form touches the door, like at all, like because it is like a very like I do have to make it clear, it is a very small gap, so you at least would have to touch it at some point. Door just opens up on both sides.
Fox is gonna walk through. It opened.
It wanted magic.
Do I feel any different?
You feel great. Like, you feel something just
I now
feels-
feel great.
You feel
no
like,
headache.
really good about yourself right now. Like, that's it. Like, you have, like, good, high confidence.
I'm so proud of you, doll.
I'm like so proud of you. This was like a team effort, and honestly, we slayed.
You did great. Are you out of gaseous form or are you still a cloud?
Did it knock me out of gaseous form?
You're still in gaseous form. I mean, if you want to come out. You
Okay. I'll just be like voguing towards you right now. Like, just telling you that you slayed.
I also
it'll-
am voguing back at you.
Okay. It's like our fabulous sign language.
It's beautiful.
I love it. I'll stay in gaseous form for a little bit longer just to make sure like nothing weird is happening on the other side.
Yeah. I look in.
Yeah.
I don't step in. Good luck, Fox.
I'll go in there. I'll follow Fox in there.
You all poke your head in. Well, some of you go in, some of you poke your head in. And what you see on the inside, it looks like like a long, great hall that's like, some of it's kind of like smashed in with like some of the purple sand. Seems some of it's like a little collapsed, but it seems to go down, like almost completely straight down. As you're looking, it looks like the ruins of like almost like a religious gathering. Like, it's very difficult to see what kind of religious symbols these are unless you have that. You check into that. But before we do that, to describe the rest of it, the architecture looks, I mean, beautiful. Like, it's cut, like the stones are cut in such like a kind of a way that you normally wouldn't see made by somebody with like the tools of your time right now. It just looks very like clean. Everything looks very clean. Everything is surrounded in like what seems to be a beautiful marble, with like, as the marble kind of goes all the way down, minus like the broken parts on the side, there is like what seems to be kind of like little runes on the top of the ceiling almost that go all the way down. Besides that, you see the middle kind of looks like a little bit of a mess. There's a lot of like greenery that's kind of like growing in and out. And I'd say there's like a tall statue on the right side, and then a tall statue on the left side, probably about, I'd say 100 feet down on each side. The left side has fallen over because of like the big like amount of purple sand that kind of pushed it over. You can still see it, just knocked it over. And then besides that, you see one tall pedestal in the middle of the room, about 100 feet as well, right in between the two statues. Yeah.
Is there any natural light coming in here for that greenery, or is it just grown by the rune light?
Whatever's inside,
Good
like,
question.
it is very, you don't see where the light's coming from, but it's bright in this room. Like, it's bright.
I'm gonna roll
Interesting.
religion because why not?
Absolutely.
Can I
seems-
assist with that?
Sure thing. This is a note taker episode, motherfuckers. If you got your notepads out, like,
That's a
fucking go
natural
nuts.
1.
I am helping. Oh.
Roll it with advantage.
Okay.
Ugh.
I've lost religion. There it is. Found it. That's a natural 2.
Ah, perfect. This is even, oh my god, 2 seconds.
Great.
Oh my gosh.
Love
Guys,
that.
I'm going to join whatever religion this is. I don't care what it is. The vibe is here.
It's while you're looking at it, you're like running your paw over it, and you just
Yeah.
like claw it, and you're like, oh well, I can't read that anymore, and no one else ever could again.
So, I accidentally like flinch or something. Oh. That seemed important. Oh well.
Fox, you're making your own mark on the world. And I think you're doing a fabulous job.
Oh, dear, thank you.
I say in Slay language, which is gaseous form Slay sign language.
So you're flashing in like pink, purple, blue.
Yeah. Yes. Summoning club lights through my gaseous form. For sure. That smells slightly
You
of
totally
smoke.
could do that. Like cast like dancing lights in gaseous form.
Can I cast anything?
Or
I don't know if I can
somebody
speak.
do that to you?
Yeah.
I don't
And
think
then
you can.
Maybe.
anyways.
Side note, really
Anyway.
quickly. You see that on the wall, and you think you've seen that once before. And this sigil looks like a sigil from the Guardian of Storms, Electriac.
This looks familiar. Oh well. She'll walk away.
Can I go and see if I recognize the statues? The
Sure.
faces of the statues.
Which one do you go to? The one on the right or the one on the left that's fallen over?
The fallen over one first, and then I'll fly up and look at the one on the other side after.
Okay. The one on the left side, I'm gonna need. It's kind of covered and it seems to be a little worn away. I'm gonna need a.
History?
I would say history check. Yeah, it's flat history check.
18, 19, 22.
22. Interesting.
Papa? No.
Dad?
Dad?
Wow!
Mom?
You recognize this honestly as kind of it's hard to like really know for sure because it is kind of covered and worn away, but you recognize this as like the statue is of and you only know because you probably have seen it in like some like other business tycoons like manor or something,
Yeah.
as like other statues, maybe of a set. But as you look at it, you notice that it is Sylvanas, guardian of nature.
Can I look at the other one?
Absolutely. That one is still standing. You do have to pass the pedestal in the middle or hover over it. It's not that tall. So
Yeah. But didn't you say it was 100 feet up?
the ceiling is 100. It was 100 feet far and then technically 100 feet up.
How tall was the pedestal?
I'd say probably about 10 feet up.
Okay.
So yeah.
So still not. I can hover. I need to hover to be able to see what's up there. I look to see.
Roll me another history check.
Guys, I need to history to find out what's on this pedestal. Plus 17.
17. You look at this one. It's a little harder for you to see, but kind of the same set. You notice Halio. This one is a lot easier to tell, and I'll describe the features of the statue myself. Let me go back to my notes. Give me just one second. God almighty. Mac and PC is gonna kill me.
What was the storm god's name again?
Storm God's name is...
Electra.
Electriac. So it's L-E...
Electriac.
Yeah,
So
L-E-L.
close.
Yeah, I don't know why I took the C out of the middle. I'm sorry. It screwed me up like 9 times at this point. L-E-L-T-R-I-A-C. Guardian of Storms.
Okay, thank you.
And then going back to my notes because they are definitely organized. The statue that you see, Ash, is a little bit more detailed. You notice seems to be like a marble statue of like a woman. Her form is like very graceful, very like slender. Her like it kind of almost feels like there's a glow coming from it. You do know her as Halio, the Guardian of Light.
Oh, Leo. Nope. I'm so sorry.
Never apologize. Cool. What was on the pedestal? Anything exciting?
On the middle, in the pedestal, is a crystal. It just seems to be a big blue crystal in the middle. And then...
I should not touch this. Hey, guys.
As you see Fox going to touch it.
Yeah.
Wow, words suddenly just like stopped working. Can I roll a perception? Because Fox wants to see if she can find. She's not exactly sure who the other cat person is, but has an idea, but she wants to kind of search for clues.
Yeah.
Even though it's been a few hours.
That's more than fine. Go ahead and roll a perception check.
19.
19. All right. Let me give you a little bit more detail of the room as well. So,
Okay.
The more that you look, it looks like a little past the statues. On the right side, there's like a bookshelf. On the left side, there's a bookshelf. Some of the books, are, even tomes and stuff, a lot of them look kind of damaged, but there still seems like a few that kind of held its spot. It looks like somebody ripped through a couple of them.
Paw marks type ripped through them?
I would say possibly. It's hard to tell because it doesn't look like they ripped it. They kind of looked at it really quickly and just scattered them across the floor. Yeah. I will say, on that note as well, the further you look up, you're now noticing that there is a few bodies north, probably about, I'd say, where do you think you're standing at the room right now?
She absolutely burst through, so just sauntering around aimlessly.
I'd say
The center with me, right? Looking
Oh,
at
that's
the
true,
jewel.
because she was gonna go and touch whatever was in the middle.
The
see.
big jewel.
50 feet.
Shiny.
You see seven kind of bodies just crumpled, they're not smashed up, but just on the floor, passed out, and then an eighth one that's just covered in rubble. And that's with a 17. That's all you get for clues, but you do notice possibly whatever has come through here recently, if there has been something recently, has probably moved around the outskirts of the you see a lot of rustle on the outskirts of the room that you're in right now.
Is the crystal smaller than a 5-foot cube?
I'd say the crystal it's a scary question to ask. I'd say it's probably around I'd say
If you don't want me to fuck with it, say yes.
I would say it's probably, I'm trying to think of it's definitely larger than your than two hands put together.
Yeah. So smaller than 5 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. 5 feet is human sized.
Yeah.
So cool.
I want to loot the bodies.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
Anyone want to talk to me about this gem? Talk me out of this gem? I kind of feel like I want it, and I could have it in about 1 minute. But
You tried,
I'm unsure.
casting, detect, magic or whatever.
Yeah, that's probably not a bad idea. I don't have that.
I don't either.
I
think
don't
we
think.
forget that every time.
Let me double check. I don't think so.
I think Doll does.
I can make it look cheaper, but that's about it.
I'll drop out of gaseous form. I do not have that, unfortunately. Oh, wait, detect magic?
Yeah.
Detect
Yeah.
magic. I do have that. Okay,
Oh,
yeah, let's do it.
I want
I'll
to
do
check
another one of
it.
these.
I want to check it for physical traps, while Doll checks it for magical traps.
Okay. Give me.
I want to see if there's the Indiana Jones weight
I was-
distribution.
I was literally about to say we've all been traumatized by Indiana
brain.
Jones.
Same brain.
Did you say the crystal was blue?
Yeah, it is like a.
I love it.
Do we want this crystal? Because if
It
we
is
want it,
shiny.
I could spend one of my big spells on taking it if it's okay. We'll see. We'll find out in a second. cast that spell. And I'm like this, I'm like an inch from it, like drool, like a little bit of drool, just like on the corner of my lip, like. Oh,
Wow, you're very close to that. I would say if you do that, there's like a possibility that like you may need one of those spells for whatever happens.
Yeah, but what if I can
You
replace
know.
it instantly?
That'd be cool.
Yeah, that's what I can do. That's what I'm saying.
That might work. Yeah.
I
Okay.
can replace. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what
I'm
that's.
down to
that's
try.
But check for magic traps first, and I'll check for physical traps. And
I'll let Dante's knocked out, or else he'd talk us out of doing
Actually,
all
Fox,
of this.
You're better at looking for traps, are you not? What's your investigation?
Plus
I
3.
ask how are you at looking for traps?
Decent?
Can you look for traps, please?
Sure.
The drool
The
is
executive is kicking in, having everyone
I'm-
else do the work for you.
like, I can't do it. I cannot do it, and I need it. I need you to.
I know, no. I'm
That's
I'm mostly messing with you.
That's
No,
a
I know.
solid 8.
That was. Ooh. All right.
I'm
No traps.
rolling
Excellent.
like shit. I currently don't see anything.
Perfect.
Maybe some cobwebs?
What about you, Doll?
Doll,
That's a great question.
you see a very strong aura within your 30 feet coming from the gem. You School of Magic, you divination, and
The gem itself or the pedestal?
Gem itself, not the pedestal.
Okay, so I'm getting like, so with divination, it's more of like what you can perceive through this crystal.
You
Like a seeing crystal.
It's hard to tell specifically. Like it just looks like I'm sure like the big gems. You ever seen like the people that collect all the big gemstones? Like, oh man, like my wife. Yeah, I was gonna say. Okay, there you go. It looks like a giant gemstone. It's like huge. Like it's opaque. Opaque. That's the word. It's opaque.
Maybe I'll touch it.
Opaque.
Yeah, maybe a little less than opaque. Like, sure. I missed that science class.
Translucent.
Yeah, that's closer. Yeah, that's probably it. Like, you can't see to the other
Like,
side of it.
You can see through,
Okay.
or you
You
cannot.
You cannot.
It is opaque then.
There's like enough
Okay.
magic
is
or
opaque,
minerals
yeah.
in it. That,
Okay.
yeah.
I squint at it more.
Okay.
I should not touch this.
So,
Tell me not to touch this. Can you just direct me away from this pedestal, please? I'm
You want
about
to come
cast
Sure.
Bodies
Let's
with
go look
me?
at the statues again.
Alright,
You really
I know
don't want
who
it.
they all
You don't
are.
want it.
I do. I really want it. Should I take it?
You do.
I do. Look
What
at
would you
it.
use it for?
I don't know. I probably want to sell it.
You know, fair. I would do the
I mean,
same.
true.
Yeah.
True.
I mean, it. I don't think it would fit in a ring.
Well,
no. It's a
No.
little large for
Yeah.
that. That'd be
I
like
would
a kick-ass ring.
I'd
though.
for sure sell it. Does it do anything, doll? With that magic spell that you checked on it, is it gonna hurt me?
Real
Good
quick,
question.
could I have could Ash roll for me? Perception to see if you can hear something that Fox mutters.
I got a natural 1. I did not hear
Oh
anything.
no!
Ooh. Our rolls are so bad tonight.
So bad tonight.
Well, just for everyone else, Ash doesn't hear this, but Fox is just gonna whisper, I'd give you a ring that big.
Can I roll to hear that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you roll well, I'm gonna be furious.
Okay. What do I have
Although
to
it-
beat?
It just is, good roll,
Tell me what you roll.
13. That's not great.
I'll let Billy decide.
How loud of a
Probably not.
whisper?
The loudest.
Probably just like muttering. Just hear you
Yeah.
muttering.
I'd say out of
Yeah.
like
Okay.
the CW drama in my heart right now, like yeah, you can
You
hear
hear it.
just enough of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's going to my book of secrets.
Notebook?
I like whip out
I
my
knew
journal.
exactly
and, like,
where it was gonna go.
Totally.
Beautiful.
Oh, this
Did I
is
find
wonderful.
anything from looting the bodies?
Ooh, okay, interesting. So
Question.
there are 8 bodies.
I am starting my spell, by the way. It takes a minute.
Okay, good to know. There are there are 8 bodies. I need you to roll me just an investigation check, just to take a look
Okay.
and see if you find anything.
13.
13. I will say you loot the first couple, and it seems like the first 3. I'm sorry, the first 4 seem humanoid. The more you're seeing like a elf, you're seeing probably like a half orc, a human, and another elf. And as you kind of go through all of them, it looks like their pockets have been picked clean. You get over to the next set. I'm just going to encompass the whole thing, make it easy.
Yeah, I'll do it.
I'd say on the next set, they're actually like the same race as Joltarian. They're the like pale white elves, the mechanical elves. You search through them. The interesting part that you notice here is like it seems like their chests have been pulled open and
They're trying to get the cores. The core's missing.
Their cores are missing. In the last one, you do notice, however, there is like one more body. This one seems more damaged. Like whatever happened, like rubble fell on this one. You notice like the closer you get, you see like long bird-like wings kind of crushed underneath this rubble, and like you see like the top of a head and like torso, not like severed, I'm sorry, it is still under there, just like a arm and like a head and like a shoulder, and 2 like wings that seem to be kind of poking out, but they're covered by debris. This person's long gone. But to describe the person just a little bit, it's just like really like obsidian, like silver skin, almost like it's almost like there's like a patine, like a glow to it. But you see, like, I mean, they look humanoid, like it's flesh. The one thing that you can see in his hand is a rusted mace, just like real rusty at this point.
I'll take it and just like bring it over to everybody. This is as good as the bodies have is a rusted old mace. And I'm disappointed.
Billy,
there
do
a
I
way
notice
out?
anything about that mace?
I would say just looks like a rusted mace to you.
No. Okay.
Is there a way out?
That seems
of
like a
this
ripoff.
room? Yeah.
I agree, and so she just drops it.
I will say, what else do you guys do?
Fox, did you see an exit?
Did I say there was an exit?
No doors that
Let
go?
me look.
No doors.
Can I go look at some of the books
Absolutely.
that are on the bookshelves? Okay.
Uh,
I'd like to just like pull one off that like I noticed isn't super damaged.
Doll. Give me one moment. Specifically, you know what? Left side or right side? Are you going towards the fallen statue, or are you going towards the standing statue? There's 2 bookshelves on each side.
Sure, I'll go towards the one. Oh gosh, she'd probably go on like the left side. So whichever statue's on the left side.
You go to the left side, and there isn't much still there. You see, I'd say out of all of the tomes that are like in this bookshelf, a lot of them are just ripped up and kind of shredded almost. Like they're tarnished, they're just destroyed. There's one that's like has just like a green binding, and like that green is just like when you walked up, you didn't notice it at first, but it just like it seems to just stick out a little bit more like as you kind of walk closer to the bookshelf.
Yeah, I'll pick that one out.
You pick up. Give me one moment. You pick up a green, what seems to be like a child's book, and on the front of it is a. You read the words "The Lonely Budling."
Is there anything inside of the book?
Sure. You turn the page. First page, double-sided, shows a lot of trees standing around what seems to be like a small barren patch of land. And that barren patch of land is a small little budling. And on the side, you see as all the trees kind of have like, you almost get a sense that all the trees are turned away from the budling, and you see all the grass is greener around all of these trees, and everything around this budling is withered except the budling.
Interesting. I turned the page.
Turn the page. Next page, it says, you read it as it says, "Nurture is in nature, but the other trees see the budling and think it's doomed to rot in its barren soil."
This is like a great book. I turned the page again.
Turn the page. The next page shows the budling with like it seems to be standing a little bit taller, but the barrenness is still around it, as it says, "The budling dreamed of being a strong oak and knew nothing would stand in its way."
I keep flipping pages. I'm invested now.
The next page, you read, "Day after day it prayed for the guardian of nature to look upon her, just once, and see she's worthy. Day after day, the trees around her would take the extra water from her roots, drying out the soil." And you see as the water is leaving the barren soil and go, like, you see all of the trees around are just, like, vibrant as ever. You flip the page. On the verge of withering, one single cloud, one heavy, dark cloud, passed over, drops, hit her once emerald leaves, and brought life anew to this budling. While a drought struck the others, the budling thrived, working ever so to her destiny of becoming the oak she will become. And will is in bold. And that's the end of the book.
Okay.
Wrote that whole fucking book. Yes, lore, baby!
About to ask
Lore
you if you just
episode!
wrote
Now
a
we're gonna
book.
publish it on Patreon.
Ugh.
Yes.
Are
Are
there
there
illustrator
other
up in
words
here.
that are underlined?
Only Will is the only one that at least Doll has seen throughout this book.
Yeah.
Can I
That
look for, like, an
Doll has
author?
seen?
You guys
That
all
means us.
Doll pulled it out. And nobody was around her when she. But you guys can check it out.
That made it sound like if other people look at the book, other words might be underlined.
Ooh.
Do you need to make a will save? Make a will save.
Let's go.
Is there a guy named Will hiding around here?
Oh my god.
Will.
It's the dead Kenku. It's a bird. His name is Will.
There's no other inscriptions or anything, like author or publication date or
I feel like we're being
Anything like that.
tested.
Author, yeah, I would say where, like, you would notice, like, normally people put, like, or at least where you're looking for, like, the author's note, you just see what seems to be, like a little tree trunk with a bright bushel of, like, leaves. Like, it's just, like, hand-drawn almost on the front.
Okay.
The Budling wrote the book.
Did it say who the author was?
No. Just a symbol.
Bilius Maximus.
Okay.
I'm asking questions as if I'm the one looking at the book. Sorry.
Yeah, me too. That's alright, it's the same thing.
I'll just be like, that's actually really cute. And I'll like fold it up and like put it in my bag. And I'll keep looking. I'll just keep looking for more books. If I can find any.
Okay. I will say, Doll, you keep looking. Are you going to the other side at all, or are you staying on the side you're at?
Sure, yeah, I'll wander to the other side.
Okay.
Yeah.
The rest of you, meantime, what are you guys doing right now?
Finding the next way forward.
Roll me a perception check at disadvantage. You are not seeing anything. Like, you don't see any...
But I have dark vision. That's a fucking nat 1 again, but it's a 9.
Have you got real dice?
I do. Should I
Use
use
real dice.
Billy, can I...
Yeah, I use real dice.
Can you...
You know, dude, yeah, I'm cool with it.
Wait. Give me just a second. Oops. Pull out
Life is rough, and I feel
Pull out
terrible.
my nice dice.
Nice dice.
Treat yourself.
Okay.
Ash is waiting until there is a way out before she completes her spell.
Okay, that was a 12. So it's better than a nat 1.
A 12, I'd say what you notice is, you do notice, like, a little, like, bit of, like, kind of like, the closer you get to it, it looks like little bloodstains, leading towards where the bodies are at, and the bodies all look like they're all facing the same way as well. But there is no entrance on this wall. There is nothing there.
Are any of them pointing?
No, I'm kidding. No, absolutely not.
I was literally playing. So sorry, I'm gonna interrupt for just a second because it's one of the coolest puzzles in Destiny 2. In one of the dungeons that they do is you're all put into these prisons, and there's a skeleton on the ground, and it's pointing in a certain direction as to what direction the clock you're supposed to hit is supposed to go, and that's why I had to ask. So it was like, are they pointing?
Which one
Which
is
direction? I gotta know. Anyways. Cool. And I'm mad that you were like, actually. So all the bodies are facing the same direction?
Yep, they all look like they either fell back or, like... But they're all, like, faced, like... Yeah, like, their general front side
As
is
if they
faced
were
towards...
pushed back from somewhere?
Some of them fell. Some of them kind of just, like, crumpled over. They don't look like they were pushed back by
towards
force.
the crystal?
That was my next question.
It's facing away from the crystal.
Oh.
At the wall?
At the empty wall at the end of the room. So, like...
I'm gonna go touch the wall.
You touch the wall. Nothing.
Anything else?
Nothing happens.
I was really hoping
I'm
that
gonna
book
go
opened
around
a
the
secret
perimeter of the entire inside of the building, just like taking my claws and just running it across to see if I could feel for anything.
Okay. I will let you do that.
Okay.
Roll me a perception check. In the meantime, Ash, are you still, like, prepping your spell until she finds an exit?
Yeah, I don't think that once I cast the spell, I've got 12 hours before so I'm going to cast creation, and I'm going to create a copy of the gem. And it takes a minute, and I have it in my hand once I do that, but it lasts for 12 hours, so then it will disappear. But that's not my problem, because we'll be out of here by then, hopefully.
Okay. Respect.
But I need to swap them over, is the problem.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what will happen when I do that, so I'm hoping I want to get my lovely friends out of this room before I swap it over. But I might do it if I get bored. That's what Ash is going through right now.
Here's what we're gonna do. Because it's interesting timing. Okay. Doll. We're gonna go with you for the moment. As you are making your way over to the bookshelf, you don't notice anything right away. You can roll a perception check or investigation if you'd like, either one, to see if you can find anything.
Wow, my rolls are real bad today. I think that's an 8. Let me double check. Investigation. Oh no, it's worse. It's a 6.
It's a 6.
6.
Ooh, interesting. I will say you do find one like scroll that seems to not be like super tarnished.
What does the scroll say? Can I open it?
As you like undo it, it seems like dust kind of just like falls out of it, and a lot of the words have kind of with the 6, a lot of the words have kind of just faded off the paper. But you can make out a few things. You notice inside the scroll it says, place your but never accept your new past. And then on the next paragraph,
Mad Libs.
on the next paragraph, enjoy your Mad Libs. You got it. On the next paragraph, you see worthy, receive, and ritual finished.
That's interesting. Weird. Can I look at like the whole scroll, the ends of it, see if there's any like symbols on it or anything, wax stamps, anything like that?
You do like take a look at it, and like you're like kind of making out, like you see what seems to be this like text like on the other side of it. It's really hard to make out for the moment, but like the moment you're like taking an extra second, and you can kind of like it almost just clicks in your brain as you're like reading it across the scroll. It says trial of harm.
Ooh. That sounds dangerous. And what do I hear? It's weird. I will also pocket that one.
Okay.
Yeah. And then probably just like looking around at everything, I'll slowly make my way back towards the crystal. I kind of want to look at like the statues and maybe like some of the symbols on the side. Like just like lazily, like I just want to like skim by it and see if I recognize anything. Anything looks familiar.
Go ahead and roll me a history check.
Oh, finally, something better. 19.
19. You take a look at, as you kind of make your way around, you look at some of the symbols. You look, Doll, like you have like a moment where you look at that statue that's crushed by the sand, and like, you feel sad. Like you feel like really sad, and something just doesn't feel right. Like you just don't feel okay. Really uncomfy right now. But you do kind of make out the person, and not if Ash hasn't told you earlier, you do like recognize this just from passings and the places you've been, and even from like your time in like your swamp area as Sylvanas, the guardian of nature.
It's so sad that this place is like, I go up to Ash. It's so sad that this place is just like fallen apart. Like I could see it being like a really beautiful place once. Like they put a lot of detail into this.
Yeah,
You know?
it really is beautiful. Did you find anything at all?
Yes, I found this really cute children's book, and I'll pull it out from my bag of holding and hand it to her. And then I also found this really confusing scroll, but it says like Trials of Doom or something on it. Trials of Harm. That's right. Which sounds like a weird test thing.
Temple of Doom,
Right.
Indiana Jones.
That does. I wonder if Ash is just holding this giant gem in one hand and looking at the other gem.
You have it
Once you-
prepped? Like,
I have it. I have
Oh
it here.
my
I've done it. I did it because I'm just holding it now. So
You're holding the gem?
I'm
Did-
not the one that's on the pedestal.
copy.
My own. So the fake
Just
version.
asking. Just wanna
No,
make
it's
sure.
right.
That's it.
And she's like, well, trial. There's nothing really in this room except for this crystal. So I guess.
Yeah. So this could be the trial of doom.
Yeah. Y'all
If
close?
we, like, take this close. What?
Yeah, y'all close to me? Get close.
Oh.
Or far away.
Okay.
What do you think? Do you think it's gonna explode or do you think something's gonna come out from the sides?
What did
I
you
mean, were you
say?
planning on casting, like, a teleport out of here or something? Or, like,
nah, I plan on touching the gem.
just doing the gem thing? Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna get further away from here.
Okay,
What's Chrissy
not
doing?
near the
Where's
bodies,
Chrissy at?
though.
Oh yeah.
Chrissy is like just like in awe, like looking around. Like she hasn't really like she's been kind of like slower than you guys. And she's just limping around, like looking at stuff.
You saying she hasn't spoken?
She has not. She actually genuinely.
All right, that's
has
it.
not.
We gotta kill her. It's not really Chrissy. Time for murder.
The doppelganger.
I'm half
What?
serious.
Be.
Maybe. But just quickly, Fox, could you come here for a second?
Real quick, what did I rolled an 18 on perception for finding the next part of the room.
You do go all the way around. As you kind of like you scrape by and like you get back to the entrance, you make your way down this like rectangle back down like the other 100-foot wall. You get back to like the sandy area, you kind of close back around. You notice now that you're like closer to where the bodies are, there does look to be like a little trail of blood that leads like to the wall, and it stops at the wall.
Perfect.
Check the
I'm gonna-
ceilings.
I'm gonna drag one of the bodies and prop it up against the wall so I don't forget where that blood trail is.
Good. It's actually great. Okay.
And then I'll walk over to Ashendal. Sorry, I'm trying to find a way out. What did you find?
No, I didn't find anything, but I just need you to take this for me, and she's going to hand you her ring, which is the ring that has Dante inside of it, and also my apartment.
So I shouldn't swallow it.
No, don't swallow that one. Give that back to Dante when he's out, please, if I'm not here. And I wait a second for you to hopefully back up, and I
Oh,
touch the gem.
okay. And then she's gonna put it in like a little pouch.
Cool. And I'm gonna touch the gem first to see what happens.
Do you touch it?
I touch it. I was gonna pick it up, but I just touch it to begin with. But I'm touching it in a way that I could pick it up if I kept going. You know?
You just touch it.
You can have a preemptive flash of genius
Thank you.
if you need it. Yeah, it's yours.
We'll find out.
Give me one moment, please.
Boop! I boop it!
As you boop
Gimme!
it. As you boop it.
What happened?
I'm sending you what it is.
Oh no.
Hang on. So sorry.
It's creating suspense. So.
Good.
Bam, bam, bam! Ooh. Ooh. Okay. All right. Well.
I don't like
So-
that proud look on Billy's face.
As I... No, it's okay. Coming from the crystal, so out so everyone can see this.
Mhm.
Shit. All right. Okay. So as Ash touches the crystal, light flashes like those space projectors that cover the entire room. That's kind of what comes out all around you, and you can see like flames everywhere. And it looks like a kind of like a volcanic cavern sort of dealio. But this is like the first time Ash is like seeing anything like this, so she looks like just as shocked as you are. And you see matriarch Smoke Spite, and she's doing that same hiccuping and coughing that you were as hearing earlier, like not you guys, but the stream was hearing earlier, and you see her make one final hiccup, and she just falls to ash onto the ground. And as that happens, you just see this like swirl of fire everywhere, and you start to see a figure that looks like they've got pale white skin and their hair is like wispy and blows in the air, and it's like a young, kind of like a 25-year-old female, wearing like ratted, tattered clothing, and it looks like she's walking towards Ash, out of the smoke, when Ash like pulls her hand away from the crystal and the vision stops. Well, and Ash is like shaking, and she kind of like crumples down a little bit, and she's just like, that was a lot.
Fox runs over to support you as you start to collapse.
Oh. Did you see that?
Do you want to talk about it?
Not really.
You don't have to. We saw it,
Uh,
but we can just let it go.
Yeah. Nothing to talk about. I don't know what that was. And Ash is just like shaking her head, and like looking at the ground.
So that must be Doom.
You see like this weird smile on Ash's face with like a tear in her eye. And she doesn't look scared. She doesn't look unhappy. She doesn't look like, she looks like surprised and excited, and like her heart is breaking almost.
Oh.
Yeah. But like in a good way, if that makes sense. Like coming out of it, like coming out of what she just saw. But yeah, she doesn't look sad, which is like the weirdest part of it. She does not look sad.
So that must be somebody you don't like. Sorry, I'm sorry. I won't ask questions. I'm so sorry. Curiosity, got the cat, such.
Well, that was my mother.
Oh.
If you saw the first one, if you couldn't tell.
Yeah, she looked like a bitch. And she'll help you stand up.
She like gets up and she's like huffing. All right. Well, I mean, if you want to touch it, you can. It's interesting, that's for sure.
Did you feel any different?
Happy.
You feel insecure, but it goes away very quickly.
Oh,
Fox?
embarrassed. A little, like, vulnerable. That's what I'm feeling. Very
Fox
vulnerable.
is gonna go touch it.
I need you to
Ooh, do it.
describe how you touch it. What do you do?
Just like very carefully touches it like with the tip of her claw.
Okay. Give me one moment, please.
Mainly because it's a whole curiosity within cats. Yeah, she's curious.
Got some extra lives.
Exactly.
How long was I watching this, or was I catatonic, or was like, what was happening with Ash while this was happening?
You didn't try at the time. You finished whatever the memory or like illusion or whatever it is, like whatever was manifested. You didn't pull your hand off, but it felt like you couldn't pull your, like, until whatever was done was done.
Done. Yeah.
But yeah. Yep. Normal time. The amount of time it took to describe it. The same time you were on it.
Ugh. Ugh. Okay. It's a good thing. Okay. Ooh. Okay. You know what? This is a serious time. So it does the same projection. And it's almost... I'm gonna also put a trigger warning, content warning for gore. It's... You see... It's not quite... It's more like a tavern, like the inside of a tavern, but all along the stone walls are wanted posters of many, many different kinds of people and species, all sorts of things. And in middle of this tavern thing is Foxmoth with her paws and claws just drenched in blood, and there's bodies all around. So it's all the bodies of the faces of the people on the wanted posters. And she's there with like this smile and smirk on her face as there's blood dripping down from her mouth. She, in the projection, looks straight at IRL Fox and just kind of winks as everything dissipates. And Fox is standing there, like, arms crossed, like, oh. So that's what it looks like when I lose control.
Well, that didn't seem like a happy one, was it? Mine, I guess, if you look from the outside, didn't seem like a happy one either, so I don't know.
This is more like big fear.
Oh. Interesting.
So, Joel, do you want to go? As Fox just kind of still sits there, just like...
Yeah. No, not really.
I mean... No, but since everyone else did it... Okay. And Doll will go up and just, like, press a gnarled finger against it.
I love the gnarled finger.
Gnarled, dry, crusty, mummified finger.
No.
You press a finger to it. You got it. Here you go.
Okay. Interesting. I wrote something down and now I have to revise it.
Type me back. Respond back. Tell me what you did.
Okay. Hold, everyone. Please hold.
If one were to touch it again, would it be the same thing? Like...
You don't know? Good.
But we'll give Nat just a little bit of time, and Fox was gonna just touch it again. Just to see what happens.
Hang on 1 second.
Just so you don't have to feel rushed too. But also Fox is like, wait, this is interesting. What if I do it again?
I like go to touch it, and you're like, wait, no, one more time. And you like go and press it.
Like, oh, hold on. Unless you happen to get your answer and everything done first, then you go first.
Make sense?
Yes. Okay. Did you want to go first before I go, Fox?
No, you go.
Okay. Okay. I go out and touch it, and something interesting happens. So like out of like mists appears like this great marble dais, and there are a bunch of winged humanoids standing all around up on this dais with me. Shit.
I will make it.
And then it closes and ends. And it's Doll standing on this marble dais with all of these winged beings around her.
Does Doll have
And then
wings?
it quickly shuts off and it's done.
Does Doll have wings? Or
Um,
was it so fast that we couldn't?
it was so
Like
fast.
in the memory.
It was so fast.
In the
But also it was from the point of view.
Oh, okay.
You also don't know. You don't know if that was actually Doll.
Oh, okay.
While the rest of you have seen it from your perspective, it wasn't from Doll. Like you did, it wasn't an outside perspective for Doll.
Well, that was kind of beautiful.
Yeah,
I don't-
Was that a happy
I don't know
one?
what that was.
Oh,
Ooh. I feel kind of weird about that.
not good.
I don't know how I feel about that.
So what do you mean by weird? As Fox goes to touch it again, like behind your back?
I want to touch it at the same time as Fox.
Interesting. Okay. Are you guys touching it at the same time?
Apparently.
Well, I don't know. It's okay. I'll let you.
No, I think that'd be hilarious.
All right, yeah, I touched it at the same time.
As she's like still going to, so like, you don't know where that came from.
I mean, I don't really like.
Describe your weird feeling.
As Doll, you start describing the feeling.
Fascinated by Doll every single episode.
Give me 1 second.
Because that's the second time there's been wings.
Now I'm fascinated with both of you having possible combined projection.
See what Billy has to say, and we'll see what the mixture of our projections are.
So what did you say that like creature type things were that were surrounding what we thought was Doll? Just like winged creatures?
They're winged people.
Okay.
They're like giant, like angels. And they
what I
have
was-
silvery skin. And they're green and blue and black and yellow and like every color of the rainbow, and it's pearlescent. Some of them are shorter than others and have different like features, like humanoid features. Others are really tall and bald. And then others like don't have any pupils in their eyes. They just like shine. They shone light from their eyes.
Does that match the creature that was underneath the rubble?
Yes.
Does that describe? We're gonna get back to that as soon as whatever happens happens. Oh,
Okay, I'm gonna hit enter, but all I'm gonna say is, you guys did this. Right.
I'm sorry.
I was here. I was vibing. I was having a great time. I'm just fucking around. I'm absolutely kidding.
Fuck you. It's like watching my chat.
Yeah, like, I'm like waiting. There's nothing. I got nothing. Is it because Fox touched it first?
Oh, okay. Oh, fuck. Okay.
What happened? I didn't get anything.
Okay. Oh, I'm comfortable with it.
Just
This is
asking.
just wild.
Just asking.
Okay. So it's the scene pops up and it's something familiar to both of you. If you see from Foxmoth's perspective when we had just finished killing that huge creepy monster with all of these eyes, and you both had walked away after trying to peep and see what Foxmoth was doing. And it lingers there as Fox takes out this sending stone, and in comes a bounty for Ash for 1 million gold. And it closes before you can see if Fox accepted it or not.
I put my hand over my mouth.
I like stagger back from the crystal, like.
I'm kind of watching Ash at the same time that this is happening, but like a lot of my attention is like on Fox.
I thought these were just going to be projections of feelings.
What did you do?
I didn't do anything with it. I closed it and I put it away. I swear I did nothing. Although so I did technically accept the bounty for your brother because I didn't know at the time, but I swear I haven't done anything with this one yet. I kind of left it on send.
You
Does
have
she
a bounty
know
for my
that-
brother? Yeah, have a bounty on my brother?
There it is.
Oh. Okay.
You were just never
so
gonna
I feel
tell
like,
me?
No, so I feel like I need to explain. So before I accepted this mission with everybody, I got a bounty for Dante, but I didn't totally know exactly who he was or anything. We met each other along the road. I thought about killing him, but then we kind of both were like, hey, we should talk. There's been some weird murdery tension. And so we started talking. Turns out he also has something to do with maybe trying to kill me too. So we came to a truce that we wouldn't try to kill each other and that we wouldn't.
He is gonna get it. Well, alright. Okay. So there's a bounty on me. I guess that makes sense.
I don't know where it came from. It's just I wouldn't say like a message blast. It's kind of like, you know, somebody specifically wanted to hire me to do this thing. Would your mother do something like that?
My mother needs me right now. Unfortunately.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, I wouldn't put it past her, honestly. But she doesn't have a lot of sway these days. And I like smile.
She's mostly got hiccups apparently. But I swear we like hand shook and everything that we wouldn't try to kill each other. And if we did, we'd probably both die from doing it.
Alright.
That doesn't make
Well.
it sound any better.
Okay. Let's figure
Yikey!
out
Sorry.
how to get out of this room. I'm just gonna wander off.
What if we just like smash the crystal?
Oh yeah, wait, I haven't tried picking it up yet. I'm gonna do that. I'm feeling so, I don't even care. I pick up the crystal and I swap it with the crystal that I made.
You know We could use that crystal as a really
But I use
good...
Mage Hand instead of touching it with my human hand. My Genasi hand.
Your mage hand has a fear. It's projected.
Yeah. It might still count as my fear because it's still technically, I don't know.
We could also use this as an advanced, interrogation technique. We could
Chrissy,
use this
touch it.
crystal for something. Oh.
Chrissy, touch it.
You know, Chrissy! You're muted.
She is limping, like, holding her, like, side still. She goes, what can I help you with?
Could you touch this real quick? We're trying to determine if it's hot or cold.
To me, it was like lukewarm.
See the projections at all? Like,
Yeah, she's been standing on the side, just, like, watching you guys, trying not to get involved at the moment. And then you called her over here, and now she has to get involved. She go,
touch it.
I mean, I would touch it, but it looks like something's already coming out of it. And,
I'm gonna push her towards it.
before
just,
you
like,
do,
pat on the back.
Ash, let me just check DMs.
Yes. What?
What?
Check DMs.
Oh, God.
Okay, while you do
Even
that...
with the mage hand.
Even with the mage hand.
Okay, never mind. But I also don't want to let go of the fact... You know what? No, I don't think I can do this in the matter of time. I'll wait till this part is over.
So the projection starts again, and you see Ash, in, like, this big, like, throne room looking area, but it, like, looks a lot more modern than what you would imagine, like, a, olden day throne room to look like. It's all, like, sharp angles and features and fire, like, braziers everywhere, and other magical flames and such. And you see Ash kneeling in front of this, like, throne with her mother who's sitting on it. And she's slices her hand and presses it up against this contract in front of her, and then the room turns off.
Oh, I've seen those contracts before. Those are uncomfortable.
Yes. Do I have the gem? Does it stop projecting my shit?
It does
or do
not.
I have to put it down?
You are holding it, and it is
It just
not
keeps
projecting
playing
at the
through
moment. Yeah, it's on repeat.
Who has the bag?
I do.
I chuck it in there.
Bag.
Mine. I'm taking it. I earned it.
Okay.
You
I earned it.
I earned it.
interesting.
It's mine. Trying to give her an angry voice is hard. I earned it.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Give me
She's
one.
got tears in her eyes.
I need
Oh.
I need all of you. I need all of you.
Watch of Genius for everybody.
I need you to tell me in DMs very quickly how you feel about your respective person in your party right now. Everybody.
How we feel about what person?
Like the other two people.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
How your character feels. I'm so sorry. Let me be very clear.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Like,
Love
don't be like,
them,
yeah,
love
son
them,
of a bitch.
love them.
But I would like to also bring Doll over to that winged creature that Fox saw. Because it looks just like the one from the projection.
It does.
So, Doll, how do you feel when you look at this? And she, like, gestures to the winged creature. It looks like the one from your projection, so I'm...
I've never seen anything like this before. What is that?
It looks just like the angel creature from your projection, so I was wondering if you saw it, like, in real life and not in a projection, it might, like, trigger memories or something.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it's very dead.
Yes.
Very rotted.
Just like you.
Circle of life.
Yeah.
Billy, do I feel anything else?
You stare at it for a minute, and like you take a look at the aura is slowly fading on this winged humanoid. As you see, like it starts to fade. You see the obsidian like flesh he has start kind of fading as well. When you're just staring at him for a second longer, you just hear you hear a word in your head.
Can I say that out loud?
You can.
Heard.
What does Veldy mean? Did you find that? Like,
Belgy?
does that ring a bell to you? Veldy? Maybe that
Can I
was
roll a
this poor
history
guy's
check?
name?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you guys want.
Can I roll a history check?
You
Okay.
can.
Oh,
14.
I also got a 14.
Nice.
Let me... My iPad is dying, Genia. Okay. Is that history? 10.
Mhm.
Not great.
Doll, you may roll with advantage.
And then Billy, I edited one of the feelings about the other. I added in a word for one of them.
I see. Okay. No.
14.
You, Foxmoth and Ash, you both, like, the name sounds very, like, you probably have never run into anybody with that name.
Okay.
It sounds foreign, but you don't know what kind of foreign, especially with the way the world is made up right now. I will say it does sound like a name of, like, nobility, like a more fancier name, but it could just be the Veli at the end. But Doll, you sit on it for a second, and you just look down at him. You get feelings of like anger, like you're just mad. You don't know what it is, but something about this scenario just makes you angry.
Like, the situation makes me angry, or the presence of this?
The presence of this being makes you angry.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay. I don't know. He just, like... He looks like a... Ugh. Just look... I don't know. He gives me, like, Chad vibes. Like, he'd be, like, a big dick, you know? Like,
Oh.
he's just, like...
Gives you
Don't you get that? Like...
I
Yeah.
get it. I understand.
Yeah,
the name that you're
yeah.
describing sounds very fancy, and I'm not into that, so I can see it.
LD. Ooh.
Not into
A
fancy.
jerk.
Well,
No. I'm more of the earth.
I see.
I mean,
I get it.
You know what? Hold that thought just a second. I will be right back. And I just walk towards the nearest wall. Billy, whatever you think that would be near. And I put my hand up against it.
Closest one was the one with the body leaning up to it, because you guys were next to the winged beast. As you place your hand on it, you... Give me one moment, please.
look, so I
love
wasn't
this.
saying that I like dislike fancy. It can be an acquired taste for me because, murder, assassin, that kind of thing.
I see.
I like fancy food though.
It is quite
At
nice.
least that I can remember. I'm having weird memory gaps lately. It's weird.
Foxmoth, as you say that, you feel like there's a ringing, louder and louder and louder and louder. As you have a moment, you just feel like you have to drop to your knees. Both of you two feel fine as the wall starts parting open.
Fox.
She can't hear anything. She's just covering her ears and like kind of like going into like a crouched position.
I will go to her side.
Yeah, I'm looking in through the wall to make sure nothing's coming out of it, and then also towards Fox.
Fox, as you fall to your knees, like all of the worst moments of your life are just on replay. Like you're going through so many bad memories. Like the Rolodex of good memories, you can't even like think of a single one, as you're just replaying every single traumatic moment that you've gone through, almost on a repeat, like a movie, like a flip show. As the ringing
Is it
starts.
projecting?
It's not. It is just like you are just seeing it in your head. You can't even see the floor in front of you right now, as like your memories just keep cycling.
And what's also racking her brain too is it all has a starting focal point. There's nothing from before that of all these traumatic memories. It all starts in like one place, and it just cycles through that one timeline basically.
As the ringing gets louder, Fox, you feel awful right now, and before we get to the conclusion of that, we are going to end tonight's episode as we pick up next time on Total Party Chaos. Tune in next episode. We got a lot of really cool stuff going on. I'm very excited. So, you know bad.
That's not where I was expecting that to end, but okay.
We're out of time. I would keep going, but we are out of time.
Yeah.
I'm very excited though. This is a great episode.
Oh.
So thank you all for watching. We love you to death.
Thanks, guys.
And please, I can't raid tonight unfortunately because my setup is a little wonky. But I will end with what's that one thing that we always say at this place?
Oh shoot.
Who's ready for more tales?
Let's go! Are you ready for more tales?
Always.
All right.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.